All right, good morning, South Texas. I hope your day is going well. It's a nice start to our day here across the region. You know, we have temperatures outside sitting in the 60s, so not too cool. I know a lot of people want the cooler weather back. We're going to be talking a little bit about if it is going to be making a comeback this week here coming up in just a moment. But first, before we talk about anything, let's talk about allergens in the air. We got mold coming in at a light level. That's all that we have on the board to start off our day. Looking across the region, already starting to see that cloud cover break up. You'll notice that we are seeing a little bit of sunshine already starting to shine through, a little bit of blue sky in some spots. Over much of downtown, though, still seeing a lot of cloud cover. San Antonio Airport, 73 degrees. Seeing a little bit of sunshine out there on the runways in some spots. And then, check it out, Calaveras Lake, blue sky overhead. Gorgeous look there as we look out across towards the power plant, having a little bit of steam come out there to start off the day. So no rain on the radar. We are dry to start off the day, just like how we've been the last few days. Just a lot of cloud cover to start off the day. As we make our way into this afternoon, we are going to be dealing with a little bit of spotty shower, not this afternoon, but Tuesday we're going to have a little bit of spotty showers. Today, we're going to be dry. We are going to see some spotty showers off towards the Sabine River, though, off in East Texas. Notice that there's a good amount of cloud cover across much of the state, so it's not just us. We are going to see this break up a little bit more, though, this afternoon. So I see a few comments coming in. Someone did say this is weather, not politics. Samantha, yeah, thank you. You know, this is, you guys, this is a weather update. You know, there's plenty of stories that we have out there right now regarding politics. Feel free to comment there about that stuff. But this is all about weather. That's what we're talking about right now. I always tell people I don't know anything about politics, but I can tell you about what the forecast is going to be. So let's go ahead and jump into that, guys. So it is looking like we are going to have a beautiful day today. Temperatures expected to rise up to the sorry, my volume came up there. Temperatures are expected to rise up to the 80s this afternoon, so above average. Temperatures should be in the mid-70s as we head throughout this time of the year, but we are going to be above average here as we head throughout today. 69 degrees right now in Kerrville, 68 in Bernie, 64 in Rock Springs, 68 in Fredericksburg. We got 73 in San Antonio, 78 in Beeville, George West, 76 in Cotulla, and 77 in Carrizo Springs. Raul wants to know, when's the cold weather coming back? We're going to talk about that here in a moment. It's not looking like we're going to be too lucky with any cool weather. We are going to have a bit of a cool down. A weak cold front move through, but it's not going to be by much. Megan says they had a little bit of light drizzle in Castroville this morning. That's great news, man. We need that rainfall. You know, it's less than a 10% chance for rain basically each morning throughout this week that we have any rain. Castroville got lucky, it sounds like, this morning. Megan, I'm glad to hear that. I hope we can get more and more rain. Jeff says, rain, rain. Needs the rain. I agree. We need it. I hope we can get some more in here, but you're going to see there's not much in the 7-day forecast. Future clouds and radar shows the cloud cover breaking up this afternoon. We rise in the mid to upper 80s for much of the region. Tonight, we see those temperatures back off to the 60s. Notice the shower activity in northwest Edwards County, or moving into that in northern Valverde County by Tuesday at 6 a.m. That's our next cold front. It's going to spark up a few showers as we head throughout the day on Tuesday, but don't count on that rain. It's a 20% chance or less of rainfall for tomorrow, so not looking like we're going to see too much in the way of rain with this next cold front, but we are going to see a nice cool down. Check out the temperatures Wednesday at 6 a.m. We've got 40s back in the hill country, 59 in San Antonio, 54 in Hondo, 57 in Seguin. We're going to see the temperature still rise pretty warm as we head throughout the day on Wednesday, but at least we're going to get some morning lows down on the cool side to start off the day on Wednesday. I see Kim asking a question here. Allergens. What's the allergens today? You know, something's in the air bothering me too, Kim. I understand. I get why you're asking. But mold is the only thing we have on the board. It's coming in at light amounts as we start off our day today. So I hope that answers your question there, Kim. Scott says, Andrew looks like he wants to laugh. You know, I love laughing. So if you have any funny jokes, send them my way, guys. I love them. I love laughing. Vanessa says, bring the snow already. Yeah, you know, we haven't had any snow in a while here in San Antonio, but it would be nice to have a big cool down. I don't know about too much snow. Snow's great whenever it falls over the you know, while it's falling, but once it's fallen and it's been a couple hours, then it starts to melt, refreeze. We don't like that. Now, there's no snow. I can tell you, there's a 100% chance that we are not going to get snow over the next 7 days. And guys, I don't think we're going to see snow over the next 2 weeks either. I'm willing to go 100% on that too. And you'll see why. We're kind of stuck in a warm pattern, and that's going to expect it to continue here as we head throughout the next week. Of course, it's November in San Antonio. You know, we typically don't see snow this time of year. We typically don't see snow, but especially this time of year. So let's take a look at dew points as we head throughout the next couple of days here. Remember, that cold front's coming. It's not going to bring too much in the way of rainfall, but it is going to bring drier air. Check out the dew points in Midland to Tuesday at 10 a.m. San Antonio at that time, 65 degrees, while it's in the teens in Midland. Dew points get knocked down to the 30s as we head into Wednesday morning. Dry air going to be very nice. Mark wants to know, what's that brown approaching from the west? That is dry air. So the color contour on this map, the green is very moist and humid air. The brown is dry air. And what this map is showing is the drier air moving in as we head throughout the day on Tuesday and Wednesday behind our next weak cold front. That's going to bring more comfortable conditions. You walk outside right now, man, it is humid as all get out. And that's expected to continue here up until about Tuesday, early afternoon, when we get drier air in. Are we going to see rain anytime soon? We're about to look at the rainfall expected over the next 7 days. So I'll answer that question in just a second here, Luke. Are we going to have a warm winter? It's possible because we are in a La Nina pattern. Whenever we're in a La Nina pattern, we tend to have warmer winters and unfortunately also drier winters. We need more rainfall. That's not a guarantee that it's going to exactly play out like that, but typically when we're in a La Nina pattern, that's what happens. Now this system shows the upper level pattern. That first little wave moved through. Let me actually back it up, guys. Sorry. I want to make sure I show this and explain it properly. So off to the west there, you'll see that little dip with the blues and the greens. That is a cooler air mass. This is a wave in the upper levels of the atmosphere that's going to push this cold front through the area. Right here, that little dip, that's going to be a wave that pushes the cold front through. Now, if we see another one of those, that means that we could have another chance at rain. But unfortunately, that one that was supposed to move through Thursday, Friday, looks like it's going to stay too far to the north. And then on Saturday, maybe a chance for rain over the weekend, but it's going to be a tough call. You know, Saturday, maybe a 10% chance for rain. It may stay just to our north, though, the rain. Hopefully, it can come far enough south. But right now, it's going to be a tough call, about a 10% chance, and that's, you know, not a very large area that could see rain for Saturday. Temperatures throughout the week stay above average. Yes, we are going to have a cool start to the day on Wednesday with temperatures in the 50s, but as we head into the afternoon, temperatures are going to rise into the lower 80s. Now, on Wednesday, that's Veterans Day. So, good thing is, if you have any plans outside that day, temperatures are going to be rising into the lower 80s. Lots of sunshine. Should be a great day to spend time outside, especially since the humidity that we're dealing with today is so humid. It's even humid in this room right now. It's going to be down. So that's great news. I see Belia wants to know, are the tropics still going to be active towards December? You know, when we go into a La Nina year, it also means that shear is down in the tropics, and that also means that tropical activity can continue late into the season. We're going to look at the tropics in just a second. There's a lot to talk about there too. Just give me 1 second. Let me get through the rainfall forecast. Luke was asking about this earlier. How much rain are we expecting over the next week? Not a lot. You see a majority of us make it through the next 7 days without a drop of rain. Those that do see rain can expect less than 1/4 of an inch. And unfortunately, areas of drought are growing larger and larger as we see the drought monitor update every Thursday. We now have exceptional drought in parts of Uvalde, Zavala, and Medina counties. That's going to continue to grow over this next week, unfortunately, guys, because we just don't have high enough rain chances to push back the drought. The Edwards Aquifer level currently at 659.2 feet. You notice that it has fallen by about 1/10 of a foot over the last 24 hours, the 10-day average showing that we are still well below that 660 mark. So, yes, the Stage 1 water rules are still in place. Now, we've been dry this year. I show this graphic a lot, guys, but it really puts into perspective how dry it's been. In May, we had 5.83 inches of rain. Since May, we have had less than 5.25 of an inch of rain. We had more rain in May than what we've had in June, July, August, September, October, and so far in November altogether. So really dry conditions. We need more rainfall. It just isn't in that 7-day forecast. There's another look at it. Again, only 2 days with rain chances, and the rain chances are very low. Now, let's look beyond the 7-day forecast, from day 8 through day 14. Remember how I told you I'd say 100% chance no snow? This is why. We're going to be staying in this above average temperature realm as we head throughout the next 2 weeks. I mean, that's the chances of having above average temperatures from day 8 through day 14 are way up there. Much of the United States dealing with warmer weather, above average conditions from day 8 through 14 as well. And then the below average rainfall. Remember what I said, La Nina means we typically stay warmer and we see drier conditions. Warmer and drier. Both of those things playing out right there for day 8 through day 14, so beyond the 7-day forecast. Now, switching gears here, let's talk a little bit about the tropics. Tropical Storm Eta is still out there. It made landfall in the Florida Keys this morning, or really overnight into this morning. I believe it was a tropical storm at landfall. It may have been a weak hurricane. I'll have to go back and check out that information from the National Hurricane Center. Either way, it was about 70 to 80 mile per hour winds as it made its way across the southern tip of Florida there. Really, not even the southern tip, really across the Florida Keys. Put down a good amount of rainfall. It's expected to kind of meander in the eastern Gulf of Mexico and then make its way up towards the Panhandle and or the lower peninsula as we head throughout the next week. So something we're going to watch closely, but this system not expected to impact us here in South Texas. We do have 2 other spots in the Atlantic we're watching. One has a high chance for tropical development located in the central part of the Atlantic, but well east of Bermuda, well west of the Cape Verde Islands. This system that's in red has a high chance for development, but it's not going to be impacting the United States. It's moving away from us. And then down in the Caribbean, we have a medium chance for tropical development. We'll watch closely, but not expected to impact us here in Texas. We'll watch it close, though. Here's your Lone Star 3-day forecast. You see much of the state dealing with warmer conditions, with the exception of Lubbock on Tuesday. El Paso is going to be staying cooler from Monday through Wednesday. And then looks like Amarillo will also be cooler for Tuesday and Wednesday. And you see a lot of 80s on the board. So the warmer than average conditions not just impacting us, but much of the region. Excuse me. For Tuesday, then remember, this is the Texas State Park forecast for Tuesday, not today. Starting off tomorrow, lots of cloud cover, and then we see the sunshine come out in the afternoon. It's the same story that we've had over the weekend. Clouds in the morning, fog, sunny in the afternoon, rinse and repeat for right now. If only the rinsing was actual rainfall, because that's what we need. But no rain out there really for today or for the next couple of weeks. Or really for the next couple of weeks, I mean by not much rain. Rob, all right, so I see this. Are weather models always correct? That is a great question. The answer is no, they aren't. So the whole reason why I'm here in the first place, and it's not some computer just constantly giving updates to you, is because there are tens to even hundreds of weather models out there that are gathering weather information and putting it out. And my job is to take in all this information, all this data, all this little bit of information, and I'd pull it up on the screen if I could, but I take in all this information and I decipher, which weather model's right, which weather model's wrong, which has been doing good in certain situations, which has not been, which is doing good right now, which is not doing good right now. Which one is initializing well? That's one of the most important things. You look at a weather model and you say, well, is it right off the get-go? And if it's not right off the get-go, well, I'm telling you, it's probably going to be wrong down the line. So if it's not right about what's going on right now, it's not going to be right about what's going on in about 24 hours, typically. So that was a great question. Thank you so much for asking that. But yeah, the weather models are not always correct, and sometimes they're all wrong. And I have to be the one that says, yep, all these are wrong. I'm going to change the forecast completely. And that happens sometimes. And, predicting the future is difficult. You know, it's not just difficult for a human being, it's hard for the computers too. So that was a great question. Thank you for asking that. Here's your 7-day forecast, though, again, before we sign off of here. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Again, I think the forecast is pretty much nailed in stone, though, for this week. It's pretty easy forecast by the fact that we have just a slim chance for rain on Tuesday and Saturday, drier throughout the majority of the week. We get some drier weather, that is lower humidity, for Tuesday afternoon and into Wednesday. But the humidity creeps up. Something that you're going to notice in the 7-day forecast, the overnight lows go from the mid-50s on Wednesday morning up to the mid-60s by Saturday morning. That is going to be moisture returning. So that's going to be humidity returning as well with the slightly warmer conditions. And then, boom, Sunday happens. That's our next cool down with drier air. All right, but guys, I just wanted to hop on here and give you a quick update. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day all across the region. It's going to be a great afternoon. Get outside, enjoy some of that sunshine. Again, we are still going to have some cloud cover this afternoon, but we are going to see more sunshine than what we're seeing right now. Right now, I'm looking out the windows in the newsroom. It's looking pretty gloomy, but again, just like yesterday, a little more sunshine in the afternoon. Have a wonderful Monday, and we'll keep you updated on everything right here at Ken's 5. I'm in for Meteorologist Andrew Wilson at noon. Be sure to tune in. Weather Chief Bill Taylor's on at 4, 5, 6, and 10. We'll have the latest updates on news and weather at all those times, of course, as well. Have a great Monday across the region, guys.